Your brain is 6 million years old. It was built to run from tigers, not read candlestick charts. And right now, that ancient brain is the reason you keep losing money. Only 2 to 3% of traders become consistently profitable. Not 50, not 20, 2 to 3. And the gap between the winners and everyone else, it's not the strategy, it's not the indicator, it's the 6 inches between your ears. Here's what's going on. Your brain was designed for one job: keep you alive on the African savanna. Spot danger, react fast, survive the moment. 95% of your daily decisions never even reach the thinking part of your brain. They're driven by instinct and emotion. Now take that survival brain and sit it in front of a trading screen. It doesn't know the difference between losing money and getting attacked by a predator. To your nervous system, a red candle heading toward your stop loss feels like a life or death moment, because to your ancient brain, it is. We grow up believing we can control outcomes. Work hard, get results. Push harder, win more. That works in business. That works in school. But trading is a game of probability, not certainty. You cannot force the market to do what you want. And the moment you try, the market punishes you. I've seen this pattern over and over. The aggressive, competitive types, the ones who dominated in business, in sports, in everything else, they get crushed in trading because they attach winning to their identity. Money equals status. Status equals survival. And when a trade goes against them, it's not just a loss, it's a personal attack. There's a story about a serial entrepreneur who had sold companies for millions. He looked at trading and thought, I know how to build things. I have the capital. This will be easy. 4 years later, he hadn't made a dime. He finally got help, became profitable, and then said something amazing. He said, I now know I'm not going to be a trader. I can't give up control, and trading demands that I give up control. The rules that make you successful in everyday life are the opposite of what makes you successful in trading. In life, you push through. In trading, you pull back. In life, you fight to win. In trading, you master the art of losing small. The successful trader wins by being an expert at losing. Read that again. Your job is not to avoid losses. Your job is to lose well. Small losses, clean losses, losses that follow your plan. Then you wait for the setups that work and you let those run. People say treat trading like a business. And sure, there's a transactional side. You put money in, you take money out, you pay taxes. But if you bring a business mindset of win every deal and never accept defeat, you'll blow up your account. Trading is a performance game, not a competition. Here's something that will mess with your head. Every single one of us carries beliefs about money, about worth, about what we deserve, and we pick those up as kids, at the dinner table, from our parents, from our culture, and we don't even know they're there. There's a trader who grew up in a blue-collar family. His father used to say, no one is worth $1 million. Guess what? This trader had a six-figure account, and every time he crossed into seven figures, he lost it back down. For 10 years straight. He had a belief ceiling he couldn't see, installed at his family dinner table decades ago. The most common limiting belief in trading? I'm not good enough. Traders carry a deep sense that they don't deserve the success, that they're faking it, that the money will be taken away, and that belief shows up as hesitation, as revenge trading, as self-sabotage, every single time. I heard a story about a trader who made between $200 and $300 million. Never used a psychologist, never read a mindset book. So what happened? Early in his career, he carelessly blew $750,000 in a single day. He was terrified to tell his wife. When he finally did, she held him and they cried together for 20 minutes. What that moment gave him was a simple but radical truth. Win or lose, he was still loved. he was still okay. And from that day, he stopped trading to prove himself. He started trading to perform. That single shift turned an average trader into someone who built generational wealth. Most people think they have emotions. That's backwards. Your emotions have you. Every thought you think is born from an emotional state. When you're scared, you think scared thoughts. When you're greedy, you think greedy thoughts. You don't get to pick. The emotion picks for you. Your body is part of your emotional system. The tension in your jaw, your clenched fists, the shallow breathing. These aren't side effects. They are the emotion. And when that physical arousal hits a certain level, your thinking brain goes offline, completely hijacked. Here's a free exercise. Put a camera or a mirror in front of you while you trade. Watch your face. Watch your shoulders. Watch your hands. Notice when you stop breathing. That tension you see, that's fight or flight mode. And at fight or flight, your decision making is gone. The single most powerful tool for any trader, diaphragmatic breathing. Slow, deep belly breaths while you trade. This isn't some wellness trend. This technique is 4,500 years old. It directly lowers your heart rate, calms your nervous system, and keeps your thinking brain online. Try this. Put a heart rate monitor next to your screen. Check your resting heart rate. Now start trading. You'll see it spike past 100 and bounce around like crazy. That chaos is your untrained emotional brain running the show. Over time, with deliberate breathing, you can bring that number down and keep it steady. When your heart rate is steady, your thinking is clear. Mindfulness sounds like something for yoga retreats, but for traders, it's a survival skill. Mindfulness means noticing what you notice, catching fear before it takes over, seeing greed before it blinds you. It's the difference between reacting to a setup and responding to one. Just because you hear a voice in your head saying, "Move your stop," or "double down," doesn't mean you have to obey it. That voice is a pattern from your past. It's not wisdom. Mindfulness teaches you to step back and watch those thoughts like a movie instead of being the main character in a horror film. Set an alert every 10 to 15 minutes while you trade. When it goes off, check in. Am I breathing? Am I tense? Is my mind still calm? Is my plan still clear? This takes 5 seconds, and it can save your entire session. Your brain runs on glucose. Trading burns through it fast. Think of a muscle car with the pedal down, watching the gas gauge drop. After about an hour of intense focus, your brain starts running low. Your thinking gets dull. Mistakes creep in. Take a break every hour. Walk the dog. Get fresh air. Do anything except stare at charts. Greed gets a bad reputation. But without greed, you'd never have the motivation to do anything. The problem isn't greed itself. The problem is greed running the show without any checks. It's like courage without wisdom. You end up doing something bold and stupid at the same time. Even shame has a role. Shame is your brain telling you the way you're doing things isn't working, and you need to reorganize. The mistake isn't feeling shame after a bad loss. The mistake is shutting it down before it teaches you anything. Feel it, learn from it, then rebuild. Your brain does not learn from winning. Winning just hits the dopamine button and locks in whatever pattern you used, good or bad. Failure is what forces the brain to adapt. That's how humans have always learned. So when you lose, ask yourself, was it a method mistake, a psychology mistake, or just probability doing its thing? If you followed your plan and still lost, that's not failure. Perfectionists believe that if they do everything right, nothing can go wrong. Great quality in an engineer building a bridge. Terrible quality in a trader. Perfection in trading doesn't exist. If you wait for the perfect entry, you miss the trade. If you refuse to accept imperfect results, you'll revenge trade yourself into oblivion. Most traders think the battle is conquering fear, and it is at first. But once you start winning, there's a second demon waiting: success. Winning triggers dopamine. You feel untouchable. You get sloppy. You take setups you shouldn't. Nobody would snort a line of cocaine before trading, but that's what unchecked euphoria after a winning streak does to your brain. You never arrive. There's no finish line where you can say, I've mastered my mind. What you learn is a system that calms the ancient brain for about an hour at a time. Then you reset. You check in. You breathe. You rebuild your focus. That's not a weakness. That's the game. The best traders in the world do this every single day. When you look at a chart, you're not looking at lines and candles. You're looking at the emotions of every trader in that market. Fear, greed, panic, hope, all printed on the screen. The best traders I've studied don't just read price. They read the people behind the price. They see where fear is building and they position themselves on the other side. Trading is the ultimate mirror. It will expose every flaw, every fear, every lie you tell yourself. And that's exactly why it's so powerful. If you do not master yourself, you will not master the markets. But if you commit to that process of self-mastery, trading will give you something far greater than money. It will give you the person you're capable of becoming. So, here's where you start. Tomorrow morning, put a mirror next to your screen. Breathe from your belly. Set a 10-minute check-in alarm. Take a break every hour. And ask yourself after every trade, did I follow my plan? That's it. Do those 5 things for 1 week and watch what changes. Not just in your trading, in you.